Okay, guys, thanks for joining us here in the charts. This is the Crypto Flight Edition. This is your fellow compadre speaking. We have an emergency video for the Bitcoin price. Maybe the title suggests Bitcoin must break out within the next 48 hours. Stick around to the end. I'll go into great details into why I say that. We're also going to focus on the range that Bitcoin is currently within. We're also going to take a look at a simple moving average to determine whether or not Bitcoin is actually going to hold right here in the short term within 48 hours. So let's not wait time. Let's get into it. Welcome back, loyal family. If you're new here, we only explore price action on charts. Welcome in all of our new subscribers. Let's go ahead and dive right into the charts here, shall we? So today's December the 8th, 2021, and the current price of Bitcoin, $49,752 and fluctuating. It's slightly negative 1.5% for the day. All right, guys, hopefully you're doing awesome out there, protecting your portfolios, executing your strategies. Here's a chart. I feel like the intro is long and drawn out, guys. Do I need to change it? Let me know in the comment section. All right, so here's the current range for the Bitcoin price, $52,900, all the way down to $40,400. Now, I just wanted to kind of give you a sneak peek on the range. That has not changed. If you guys are not subscribed with us, here's the post that we made after the market actually closed below that 200 exponential moving average. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and take a sneak peek at the 200 exponential moving average. Let's erase everything on the chart. All right, we're focusing on the daily candles. And right now it appears that the buyers are trying to hold that line with everything, man. Wow, it's getting pretty intense out there in the market. But the reason that I say Bitcoin has about 48 hours, because I think a lot of you who follow us closely know that we measure the time. Okay, you see those three green candles? All right, let me just pull out a little rectangle. See these three green candles? Market moves up. That's the buyers showing an attempt to hold the line. Okay, so essentially what we need to see is what are the sellers going to do over the next 48 hours. Okay, hopefully you guys caught that if you're new. You see these three green candles. That simply represents 3 days on these green candles. So naturally, when the market has an impulse leg to the downside and the buyers step in with the green candles, they really need to show strength. Otherwise, obviously the sellers are going to attempt to follow through to the downside. And that all can be measured by measuring how many candles moved up after an impulse leg to the downside. And then, of course, now the sellers are attempting to follow through to the downside. But remember, you always have to keep in mind that the sellers have an obligation, and that is to start closing below the previous extreme candle's body's lowest point, if that makes sense. So let me just put this line on the chart here. So this chart, that white line right there. So the only thing that I'm focusing on is it's pretty simple. Let's actually move this 200. I'll let you know what the 200 exponential moving average is. It's currently at $50,112 and about 41 cents. So that is the level that must hold within the next, for starters, 19 hours. For the buyers, this is the buyer's obligation right now. Although the market is in an overall uptrend, the market is in a pretty interesting spot right now, guys. So the buyers have a real obligation right now, and it's to hold this line, hold that 200 exponential moving average. If you're out there, just simply, I'm using TradingView.com. Just put a simple moving average on your chart, and it's not simple. Sorry, guys. An EMA moving average, an exponential moving average. Type in 200, and then you'll have this line here on your chart. Okay. Serious, guys. 19 hours. The market must hold this line, but as far as 48 hours. All right. So let's embrace that moving average. I just want to explain to you where it is. So let me just explain the story here, guys. So remember, I'm just measuring the candles. Let's actually start from this candle over here. See this red candle at about December the 2nd, December the 3rd, December the 4th. That's 3 red candles. That means the sellers are very aggressive and they push this price to the downside. You see that? 3 candles, right? So that's the sellers making their move in the market. They even wicked as low as, it was a nasty move, guys. Beautiful move, actually. $42,300. Okay, so that's the sellers. Okay. Now the buyers, it's a very little, that's redundant. It's a very small 3 candles up. So basically in comparison to these 3 candles that moved down, right? We've already measured that. 3 candles moved down. The sellers were only able to produce a very small, looks like a dead cat bounce here so far. So that's why I was saying within the next 48 hours, guys, the sellers are going to make a move, but they have to continue below this white line right here, okay? this white line down here. And that white line is currently at about $49,300. But I don't want to overwhelm you guys with like a million levels, okay? The only thing that we should focus on right now, I guess one last thing I'll show you before we get into that, and I'll just kind of let you know, we'll close it out, and I'll let you guys know exactly what I'm focusing on here within the next 48 hours. But this one thing that I have to show you this. Ooh, yeah, these are the 3-day candles, guys, and we're taking a look at the 50 and the 200 exponential moving averages. And Bitcoin just closed a 3-day candle below that green line. That's it's not ideal. I'm not going to say it's scary or, you know, a bad thing. It's just, it's not ideal. The ideal scenario would have been for Bitcoin to just kind of continue to use this green 50 exponential moving average as support on the 3-day candles. But if we look closely here, we did get a fake out over here. This is where, you know, I know I said a lot, guys. A lot of people were challenging me at this level down here, like $41,000. Bitcoin closed that 3-day candle below that green line. You see 1, 2, and then it closed back above it on that 4th green candle. So essentially, if we could just kind of look at this data here, although I'm saying 48 hours, if you're looking at like the higher time frame, you're like, Napoleon, please stop with this daily stuff. You can pull up your 3-day candles, and we could take this little area here as a reference and simply use it to say, okay, the market actually closed within this. It's actually called a base, like this little small area here with the candles. This is the base, okay, where the candle's body closes, green candle here. And then here's the second candle within the base, 3-day candles. And here's a third candle that actually broke out the top of the base, okay? Little base right there. So we can use this information and say, okay, the last time it actually closed below the 50 exponential moving average, it closed 2 full candles bodies. So essentially, if history will repeat, then we actually need to close the next 3-day candle back above that 200 exponential moving average. And that's at like $52,000 currently. All right. And that is going to lead on over until like December the 14th-ish. Okay. But I just wanted to kind of show that to you. Again, let's not confuse things. I know I go over a lot of levels for you guys to take into consideration, but I really want to make this simple. I'm looking at the daily candles, and I'm looking at the 200 exponential moving average. That is it. Excuse me, guys. So if you have your charts, please kindly pull up your charts and pull up. Even if you don't want to pull up that 50 exponential, that's fine. Just erase it, guys. Keep your charts crystal clear, simple to understand, and put that 200 exponential. You're going to look for the next 2 days to close above the red line. And again, the current red line is at $50,112. Okay, let's see how Bitcoin is going to pull this off. Bitcoin has done this before. Okay, it's shaken out a lot of people. I'm not sure if it's going to happen this time, guys, because we actually have to come out with a macroscopic video about Bitcoin. I'm a little nervous about what may take place. The bottom line is this. Okay, we're done with the technicals. If you guys came out for the levels, 200 exponential on the daily. That's all we're paying attention to within the next 48 hours. We need to close above that level, this red line right here, 200 exponential. Okay, that's what I'm looking at. If we close below it, we're vulnerable to the sellers, and it's technically no longer in a bull market. All right, but it's still in an overall uptrend. So yeah, so just kind of closing out here, just kind of hopefully we've summarized everything exactly what we're looking for on the 1-day candles. Okay, 200 exponential. All right. Yeah, so the higher time frames, I'm not sure if you guys remember me going over the monthly MACD. Yeah, that the monthly MACD is eventually going to have to cross down. I just don't know when it's actually going to happen. Just give you guys a quick sneak peek on that MACD. Sorry, slow on professionalism. All right. So here's the monthly MACD. So the reason that I'm saying that eventually it has to cross down, like, one may say, no, Napoleon, it never has to cross down. It could stay above it forever. I mean, come on, guys. We have to be realistic, right? At some point, the market has to cool off. And at some point, this MACD will at least touch it. I was thinking it can also touch it and move higher. But even if it touches it and move higher, at some point, the market has to retrace. Cryptos naturally retrace 60, 50, 80, 90% corrections. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. But if you're new to cryptos, please understand that you must be prepared for a minimum of a 50% retracement in the crypto markets, and that is normal, okay? Please understand that's normal. But the more severe retracements last years, and they're like over 75% retracements, okay? But I wanted to show you, we're going to do another video on the monthly MACD. When this MACD crosses down, okay, there's no maybe you're wrong, Napoleon. Maybe can we do? Maybe can it get out? No. When this MACD crosses down, I think I measured it's a minimum of a 50 to 60% retracement incoming from wherever the price is at the time. I am not saying Bitcoin is going down 50 to 60%. That's not what this video is insinuating. This video is insinuating we will focus on this MACD. Well, we're covering it now, right? This MACD crossed down on the monthly candles. MACD crossed down. If you guys want to take notes of this, when you get a cross down on the MACD, when that blue line crosses below this line, I don't know if you guys can see that. I want you guys to see this. When you get the blue line to cross below, it looks like an orange line or a red line or something. When the blue line crosses below there, guys, there's a minimum of a 50% correction. Minimum from wherever the price is. So let's hope Bitcoin can push higher, right? Maybe go to like, I don't know, 74,000. I may have to scratch out that target as well, guys, 74,000. Maybe I might have to scratch it out. Not yet. I'm still holding strong on that prediction, but I may have to cross it out. But yeah, let's hope it pushes up to that level. That way we will have enough room for a 50 to 60% retracement. All right. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, guys, but I'm very realistic about the price action. I've been in Bitcoin for some time, and yeah. So just to give you an idea, if it actually goes up to 74 and we have a 50% retracement, that's only $36,000. Okay. So hopefully we don't retrace from here. All right. Let's just cut the video out. We know what we're looking for: daily candles. So I do appreciate your time, and let's go ahead and cut it out. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed that, if you don't mind supporting the channel before you go by leaving an appropriate thumb, I would appreciate it just below the video. Also leave a comment so that the YouTube algorithm can promote this video in the channel. Thank you for your support. If you guys are new, we also explored the traditional stocks throughout the week, 7 days. Kindly join us here on this interesting journey, and we'll send that out to you guys momentarily. Please keep in mind, if you're out there holding altcoins, if you guys want to do update on altcoins, just understand whatever Bitcoin is doing is more likely than not, the altcoins will do it 5 times as fast. All right. So we'll talk soon, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, always have a plan before you enter the market, and bye for now.